Tyler just barely dropped me off, and I'm back. Here it is in all its glory. I'm a little apprehensive to start again after what is it, 3 zeros and a Nero. Nearly 4 days off then. It's been really nice to recoup, to buy food, to gain some pounds. I started the trail at 240. I weighed myself when I got to Tyler and Allie's house at 215. I'm back up to 220 after 4 days of eating lots of delicious unhealthy food and not moving too much. But yeah, I'm a little apprehensive. I enjoy hiking and I enjoy the Pacific Crest Trail, but you know, compared to being lazy and watching movies and hanging out with friends and eating delicious food, you know, that's great too. So bring on the pain. We'll see how my foot is doing over the next couple days, and yeah, let's get started. You know, a river used to run through right here when you look around and you see all the green and the flowers and the birds are chirping and the bees are buzzing, and everything outside of this little section where this dried up river is all kind of dirty and not as green. I've crossed quite a few of these, and it's just kind of interesting. It's like suddenly like, oh wow, they all decided to choose to blossom here. Today I want to talk about adventure. So a lot of people ask me, what's it like hiking the Pacific Crest Trail? And now I've only hiked, what, 15% of the trail, so I don't know everything about the trail, but I have a pretty good, somewhat experienced idea what's it like. And honestly, it's really hard to answer that question. Adventure, and specifically the Pacific Crest Trail, brings up kind of a multiplicity of thoughts, feelings, emotions, and I don't know exactly how to immediately respond, but with kind of some ponderous silence about how I could answer their question. I think we often have interesting romantic notions about adventure. We watch movies, we read books about bigger than life adventures and think, oh wow, I want to meet those people, I want to have those things, I want to see those sights. But we often forget the daily struggle of adventure. Not to get too nerdy, but like Frodo and Sam, once they got into Mordor, it took them a week to get to Mount Doom. They had to travel through that whole area and not get detected, and it must have taken weeks and weeks and months to get from the start of their journey to the very end. And we kind of forget all that and just think about the cool stuff. And so it's hard for me to just say, oh yeah, I'm loving the Pacific Crest Trail, because in reality I'm not always loving the Pacific Crest Trail. It's a lot like going to the gym, I feel. I don't necessarily say I love going to the gym. In fact, I often don't really want to go to the gym. However, once I'm at the gym, and especially after the gym, you feel a lot better. Even though you're actually there ripping your muscles. You're literally there to rip your muscles, but you leave on a bit of a high from endorphins. And so, you know, it's hard to say when 90% of my hike is simply me walking in the wilderness by myself that it's fun. Now some of you are going to interpret that as, oh, lightning, aka me, Michael. Oh, he doesn't enjoy hiking the trail. Now we know. And that's not true. I'm just trying to be honest and open about what it's like. Like, it's hard. For example, this is a great example. I just hiked a couple miles, probably made 500 feet at least of elevation gain, and it was hard and it was quiet and, you know, relatively dull compared to what most people do every day. However, check out this view. So I just kind of did all these switchbacks, hiked up quite a bit, but I have this awesome view. I love this stuff right here. But then if you look, you can see you got the fog right there. You also have the atmospheric distortion, which is the atmosphere getting in the way of mountains, and so they turn continually bluer and kind of opaque. And then you have the sun up there, and so altogether, like, that view right there is really beautiful. That view makes hiking the last couple miles and going up 500 feet pretty much worth it. That's not the only thing I get out of hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, obviously. I get the joy of kind of putting in the effort, the work, the endorphins, the accomplishment of putting down miles, the benefit of meeting really amazing people who are both hikers and people helping hikers. I get the experience of walking across the United States, which is kind of a interesting experience in and of itself. I could go on. Other benefits of hiking the trail: getting more physically fit, losing weight. There are definitely negatives. I could be hurting my feet, potentially irreversibly, or at least they're going to have trouble when I'm older or something. I don't know. You know, 95%, 90% of hiking the Pacific Crest Trail is simply walking by myself like this, which is hard. It's challenging. So I just think it's interesting that we romanticize. I don't know if we can't not romanticize. I will still continue to do it as I think about cool things like Harry Potter and going to Hogwarts, but then forget the evilness of Snape or the effort that it takes to pass classes or write essays on parchment and quill. You know, like, we all forget the pain and kind of just think about the romantic ideas. And that's okay, as long as we understand intellectually that that's not the case. And before I started the Pacific Crest Trail, I understood intellectually that the Pacific Crest Trail was going to be grueling and painful and hard 90% of the time. I didn't know it experientially, and now I understand a good bit of that experientially now that I've hiked 350 miles of the PCT. Anyways, just wanted to talk about that. Thought it was important to bring it up, especially after I've had, you know, 3 delicious zeros where I sat around and didn't do a whole lot of physical activity. Did some, and ate lots of food and watched movies, so it's something to consider. I do have to add that it's incredibly peaceful. I think it takes a while to get to this point, but it's incredibly peaceful to simply walk by yourself with just you and your thoughts in nature, you know, with very little stimulation. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about traffic or going to work or going to school, or you know, particularly with my work in school of grading papers and writing papers. You don't have to do or think about any of that. all you have to do is just walk, and that's very comforting. It's very easy on your brain in certain ways. In certain ways it's hard mentally, but the fact that I don't have to use my brain nearly as much, and all I can do is just walk and think and be with my thoughts and be with nature and just listen to the birds tweeting and the bees and bugs humming. Like, it's very peaceful. It's very calm, and so I think I get a great deal out of that as well, as the beautiful views and people and all the other things that I've mentioned. I just felt like I should also say that. Like my toes when the blood started rushing. Well, you spilled the blood, so drink it up and show how it goes, and bite through all the biting gold. Well, now I know how it flows, 'cause in the dark, feel a hope. In the morning, I'll be sparking gold. Well, now I know how it flows. In the morning, I'll be sparking gold. And I can't be stained in crimson clothes. I was born yet again in a stained coat. Fly, you've got to let them know. Slow, they're all slow, and they're mine for the taking. And babe, your blood is worth all the waiting. Show how it goes, and bite through all the biting gold. Well, now I know how it flows, 'cause in the dark, feel I hope.
It's important to take your vitamins. And we got some vitamin I right here. Very important.
I can't die without your permission, so just say the word. Won't you let me in? I can't die without your permission, so just say the word. Won't you let me in? I can't die without your permission, so just say the word, the word, the word. How it goes.
Today is not a great day for my morale. I don't know if it's, I think it's a mixture between the handful of days off I had, as well as the fact that I've had to climb 5,000 feet of elevation today. It was a lot harder leaving LA than I thought it would be. Also, I haven't seen any other hikers today at all. The entire day, I haven't seen anyone else. Good news, I guess. I'm probably about 2 miles, maybe a little bit more, till I get water. Till I hit water, supposedly. Let's really hope it's water, or else I'm not gonna have a fun time after that. The other good news is that I only have a few hundred more feet to climb, and then it's downhill to the water, and then I'll camp there for the night, and then I got another slight uphill, and then kind of downhill again. So yeah, trying to focus on the positive, I guess. Water in 2 miles or 2.5 miles with downhills, so no more of this constant uphill. I'll be able to camp, and that'll be awesome. Stop for the day, relax my hip flexors and feet. So yeah, let's do this thing. After I sit here for a little bit.
Well, now I know how it flows. 'Cause in the dark, feel I hope. In the morning, I'll be sparking gold. Well, now I know how it flows. Oh, 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 oh. In the morning, I'll be sparking gold. Oh, oh, oh. I can't be stained in crimson gold. Won't you let me
It's kind of stale, but
I can't
definitely gonna take it.
die
And it's gonna be
without your
awesome.
permission.
Probably take whatever's in there.
So just say the word.
Sweet. Made it to camp. Got my tent set up right here. Nice little camping area with a little bench back there. Also some bathrooms. So pretty good camping area. Got here by 6:45. We're up at I think 50 or 8,500 feet, 8,300 feet, something like that. It's a little windy. Hopefully it won't get too bad tonight. My tent with the new stakes is working really well. It's very taut, so I shouldn't have an issue even if it does, but it is cold, as expected at 8,500 feet. So gonna go to the bathroom and gonna get in my tent, change out of my sweaty wet clothes and get into some warm clothes and cuddle up. So yeah.
Welcome to my sleeping bag. So I just want to show you my progress here. So this is where I started, on the Mexico border, right there. And as you can see, the legend, 0 to 10 miles. So you've got San Diego, Tijuana, and you go through, I've gone through all of this wilderness, gone through all of that. Once you hit this point, you cross I-10 right there, that's I-10. You get into the San Bernardino National Forest there, and you cross over right here, I-15, and above you there, obviously, that's Victorville. Down below is Riverside and LA. And you cross that, and I'm right here right now in the Angeles National Forest where this little arrow is. But I'll continue west for a while, and then right here I'll start to work my way up north before I pass across the 5 there.
Won't you let me in? I can't dine without your permission. So just say the word.